Okay, hello again, everybody. This is Benvenu at Benvenu's Corner, and you know what time it is. It's game day in the Orlando Sentinels franchise, where the Sentinels have gotten off to a blistering 3-0 start and are coming off of their bye week in Week 4 to host the Portland Seahawks, who are 4-0, one of the only remaining undefeated teams in the league. There are a handful of them, and we got them coming to our house to put up a strong fight. In the previous episode, we went over their roster, their stats, and what kind of challenge we're going to face today. They have an amazing secondary, a good running back, great receivers, an awesome secondary. Their pass rush is pretty legit, and they force an incredible amount of fumbles. So we'll cover that data as we get into the game. As for the outcome, everybody's divided. You see, the Snowhawks head to Orlando for a much anticipated showdown between two top teams this week. Big game this week for the Sentinels at home. Are they for real? Says Charles Davis. Mark Schlereth, not sure if the Snowhawks win this game on the road. Okay, so he's not sure the Snowhawks win. Sentinels beat the Bulls 27-0. Shaq Hennessy, heck of a win on the road. That's not an easy thing to do in the NFL, and he is correct. The Week 3 hero, Dalton Triplett, arm tackles. The Bulls' defense could never get a handle on Triplett, who racked up 129 yards on the ground to help propel the Sentinels to victory. Well, he's going to have a challenge today, and we'll tell you why later. And in Week 2, Sentinels beat Celtic Tigers 14-6. Shaq Hennessy, proud of the guys in this locker room. They battled through adversity today and came out with the win. Yes, they certainly did. And then they get into the preseason. So that's it. And you see, there's no draft stories yet. We're in Week 5 heading into it, and there's no news about the draft. That is unusual. Usually you see some kind of updates, but I haven't yet. That's bizarre. Here we see the season standing so far. So everybody was 0-2 just a couple weeks ago. And since going 0-2, the Explorers are rebound to go 2-2. The Huskies are 1-3, and the Bulls are still at 0-3. They must have had a bye as well. So, will we remain undefeated? We're about to find out. Portland Snowhawks, Orlando Sentinels, coming up now, right in your living room, right in your face. And let's get our lucky blue shoes. Even though we haven't worn them in a couple of weeks, and we've been winning, I'm going to attempt fate and go with the blue shoes. Let's see what the Snowhawks are sporting. That is an interesting choice. I'm not so sure. That is bizarre. Yellow. That's a strange looking uniform. Where else is there yellow like their socks? Anywhere on their uniform? That is interesting. I've never really taken a close look at their uniform before, but there we go. I know we played them last, but it must have been their home uniform, which looked different. Oh well, here we go. So what's on the table for today? Stay undefeated? 3 passing touchdowns? That would be great. Throw 0 or 1 interceptions. Well, so far, Kiefer's been doing good at that. You see, Brady Schofield, our offensive coordinator, was having nightmares about that guy. And there's Ashley Morrell, their top receiving threat, who you can see the numbers on the year for him so far. And Jeremiah Perriman, an outstanding power rushing defensive end. They were about to show you Mike Conrad, and we'll tell you more about him as the game goes on. And here we are. We're in Orlando, Florida. The 4-0 undefeated Portland Snowhawks, bringing their team into Orlando, Florida, into our backyard to take on the still undefeated 3-0 Orlando Sentinels. The fireworks are flying, the fans are standing and cheering, and here comes your home team out of the tunnel. There you see Kiefer Byrne and Vernon Hunt, Houston Madsen and Perry Wood. Here come the Snowhawks. I keep wanting to call them the other Hawks team that begins with an S. Backup quarterback. Kerry Kaplan running on the field. There's Byrne again. Tyson Kerr. You saw Wyrick, number 21, running out on the field. There's Spellman, the big man on campus, leading his team in receptions and yards, making some big plays downfield. Dalton Triplett, the heart and soul of this offense so far. You see his outstanding numbers on the season so far. Running with a purpose. There's a brutality behind his running this season. There's Coach Cliff Kingsbury getting his team pumped up on the field. He is 90 and 101 with 3 playoff wins, 3 playoff losses, no Super Bowl appearances. You see Tyson Kerr back deep. And let's get this underway. You know how we do it. Super Sim slow watch to the end of the game. And let's see. But assuming that's Marcus Nova kicking off, the punter. Back to field it. It should be Tyson Kerr. He brings it out to about the 29 to give him the 30. So a great return to start the game off. We saw that last, 2 weeks ago. They had a bye week. There you see Burns' number on the season. Had that 1 turnover so far in that 3rd week game. So let's see if he can put that out of his memory. And there's some rumblings and grumblings. I would say they're a happy and healthy team, but we heard some rumbling grumblings in that interview I had with Coach Hennessy. First down, dropping back to pass. Deep over the middle. That's Perry Wood on a deep pass over the middle. First down, 25 yards. And it's nice to see Perry Wood getting open downfield. Hennessy said he had some plans to change around the offensive alignments, to spread the ball around a little bit more because, there was somebody, I won't mention any names, Chris Bradley, that were complaining he wasn't getting the ball down the field. And Hennessy had some words for him. And he wasn't angry. He was just saying, hey, look, the opportunities will come when you prove you're ready for them. Is essentially what I got out of what he said. There's a handoff to Triplett. He gets a block, stumbles over his own blocker, and that play was not well executed. Radovich, Costanzo, Crockett, Hardy, and Beatles, the offensive line. Bradley, Kerr, Triplett, Spellman, and Perry Wood. And that offensive line is the same starting unit from last year. After a gain of 1 on first down, they go in I formation. False start on the fullback, Kenya Tomlinson. You get on the field, 10 snaps a game, maybe, if you're lucky? You can't be making mistakes like that. He is a rookie still, so that'll make it 2nd and 14. We've got a single back set. And a handoff to Triplett. He goes upfield, spins off a tackle. And that's a nice gain considering. Looked like it may be a gain of 4. Here comes the defense. Titus Franklin, William Castro, Jeremiah Perriman. Luke Royal, Wagner, Bowen, and Antoine Myrick make up the linebacking core. Talented secondary, Schofield, Caldwell, Spencer, and Broyles. We'll get more into them a little bit later. 3rd and 9 now. Big first down opportunity. Empty backfield. Back to pass. Has his man, and that's picked off. He threw it right to the defender. That's Caldwell. I believe he is a safety. Yes, it is a strong safety. Anthony Caldwell. Very good in zone coverage. He's got 90 speed, and looks like Kiefer Byrne never even saw him. He just, he was going for Bradley, and the strong safety just jumped the route. You see him dropping back right there. Perfect position by the defense. And this is a very talented secondary, very apt at turning turnovers, but it's usually by way of fumbles. They force an incredible amount of fumbles. To give you an idea at forcing fumbles, I'm going to look at the number. They are 3rd in the league with 18 fumble recoveries. And there's the handoff to Cadet. Rashad Cadet picks up 3. He's having a good year so far. 2nd and 7. Another handoff to Cadet off right side. And there was Denario Blanton originally. And then he's dragged down from behind, but not before he gets a first down. And Wyrick is going down with an injury. He's on a knee. That is not what you like to see. That could be a huge injury if he's not going to be. And he's going to the locker room to get examined. This is not great news. Hopefully he'll be okay and can return, but that's going to shake things up for this defense. First down, back to pass. He's got time. Here comes some pressure out of the backfield, and that's caught by Cadet. The quarterback is Joseph Harding, a 73-year-old overall, 34-year-old veteran. Having a very good season so far, managing the game. There's Denario Blanton on the tackle of Cadet after a gain of 3. So Harding has yet to throw an interception this season. He's got 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Plenty of time. Finds his man underneath. That's number 18. Keenan Ewing, the slot wide receiver. He's got 90 speed, 84 catching. He's 5'10", 201 pounds, 28-year-old. And he just runs a perfect route. Nobody there to cover him. Virgil Hyde couldn't get there. Denario Blanton couldn't get there. Lamarcus Blades was getting blocked downfield. First down, this Snowhawks offense looking good, and there's reason for that. Back to pass, has time, hits the man out of the backfield. That's Cadet, and he'll be forced out of bounds by Blanton. Their offense is 15th in the league in total offense with 1,446 yards. Wait for the snap. It's a handoff up the middle. He's got plenty of room. Tackle made by Bates, but it might have been... Oh, I thought he might have gotten a first down, but they're inside the red zone now on 3rd and inches. The defense needs to make a big play here. A handoff up the middle. Crashing through the line is London Bates for a tackle for a loss, and that's exactly what this defense needs. London Bates, the captain, needs to step up and pave the way. And he certainly stepped up big. That's going to stop this drive short of a touchdown. But their passing offense is 26th in the league with 907 yards. Their rushing game is 3rd in the league with 539 yards. So a test for this woeful, at times, rush defense of the Sentinels. The kick is up. It's good. That will be Madison Kruger with the short yardage field goal. Give that about maybe a 36-yarder. And speaking of him, he has only missed 1 field goal this year. He was 3 for 4 last week, and that's when he missed his field goal. Kick fielded by Kerr out of the end zone, and he gets it out to about the 27. And he kicked a 56-yard long field goal, the longest, I believe, field goal of the season so far. And there goes Kiefer Byrne. He had a great pass to Perry Wood downfield, and then he tried to go to Chris Bradley on a crossing route, and it got sniped by Anthony Caldwell on a great play. He's in shotgun again. Hand off to Triplett up the middle. He's got some blocking downfield. Keeps him on his feet and plows through the pile for a gain of 8. Strong running again once for Triplett. They're going to need him to carry this offense this game, I'm sure. But this rush defense for the Snowhawks is amazing. They fake the handoff, and it's complete to Bradley underneath, and he picks up the first down on another short yardage catch. So give him credit to hold on to that one and turn up field to get the first down. Tackle was made by Caldwell, the safety. Triplett goes in motion out of the backfield. It is now empty. Back to passes. Burns scans it over the middle. That's Bradley again. And he's got a short gain once more. They have yet to go deep with Bradley. He got 6 yards on that one. Empty backfield again. Byrne back to pass. Deep downfield. A leaping attempt. Looks like Perry Wood couldn't come down with that one. Give credit to the coverage man. Speaking of their secondary, it is an extremely talented one. They check it down to, looks like, is that the Durham, the fullback, converted fullback to tight end. Keep calling him a fullback. That's Terrence Durham. He'll be stopped short of a first down. And a drive that started off with some rhythm stalls out. Nice tackle by, I'm trying to get the number, looked like Wagner. Yep, Deshaun Wagner, the middle linebacker, number 59. Very solid superstar ex-veteran, 33-year-old middle linebacker. Still getting it done. So with just under 6 minutes to go in the first quarter, the Snowhawks are nursing a 3-point lead. You see the numbers on the year for Cadet. Last week was not a good one for him. Well, actually, it wasn't too bad. 14 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown. And on the season, you saw 66 carries, 301 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a fumble. There's a handoff left side. He's got room. Looks like number 95, Sheldon Bates, was there to bring him down after a gain of 5. Now, interesting story. The starting left guard and left tackle, who are both very talented for this Snowhawks team, are out. They are injured. And he's got room off the left side again and picks up a first down. This run defense continues to be a problem. Nate Youngblood, the strong safety, able to make the tackle. This high-powered offense is 11th in the league, scoring 27.8 points per game. They've won all 4 of their games, and they weren't by small margins either. Back to pass. He's got time. Here comes the rush backside, but he's got time. Gets it away. Leaping catch. Batted up in the air, off the hands, and falls incomplete. They go full house formation now. And there's a handoff. Faked. He's got time. Here comes the rush. Gets it off downfield. He's wide open. And that is the big tight end. Trying to find Mike Conrad. And he is a huge load. 6'5", 246. Not a lot of speed. Not known for great hands at all. He is a blocker. But they do that with him. Exactly that. He has got 10 receptions for 102 yards on the season. So if you sleep on him like that, he's going to show you that you can't. There's a weapon that they like to employ on their offense quite often. There's a handoff up the middle, and collapsing down from the safety position is number 42, LaMarcus Blades, to stop that for a minimal gain. You see both of these safeties getting very involved in the run game. Back to pass again. In the short yardage play downfield, short of the first down, 3rd and 1. That was the slot man Ewing again, Keenan Ewing. And that's a false start on the offense. Number 66. Trying to find that number on this. That's Donnell Macklin, the backup right tackle, is forced into the starting role as the starting right tackle moved to left. And a deep pass down the middle, batted away, almost into the hands of another defender. What a great play by the defense. They were trying to go to Rodney Montgomery, the number 2 receiver. And let's see who makes this leaping play. That is number 22, Zaire Witherspoon. Getting way up in the air to bat that away. And there was 2 defenders. There's Bates and somebody else I didn't see. And they almost came away with an interception. That'll stall out that drive. The punt is Marcus Nova. It's not a great one. And Kerr does not call for a fair catch. This is a problem. In that situation, you know you've got the defense collapsing around you. Why do you not fair catch that? Here comes Dalton Triplett. And the Sentinels offense, which has not been clicking, burned through another interception, his 2nd of the season, after a drive just started to get going. He pump fakes. The catch is made by Spellman, and that's going to be a very minimal gain, if any. No, that's no gain. Now they go full house. And they hand it off up the middle, and crashing down and making the tackle in the backfield for a huge loss. Number 59, Deshaun Wagner. So a 2-yard loss on that run, and things are just continuing to go from bad to worse for this Sentinels offense. They look like they're not on the same page. But give credit, this defense is no slouch. They have the 5th best defense in the league in total yardage, with allowing only 1,184 yards. On 3rd down, he's got time, goes deep downfield, and can't come up with it as Perry Wood. The passes are just not on the money, and Byrne can't hook up. He's trying to go deep. We've seen him try to go deep a few times this year with varying degrees of success. Usually it ends up something like that, unfortunately. The only one he seems to be able to connect with is Mark Spellman deep over the middle. But we've seen a number of sideline passes down the field, and he just can't get the ball on the money. So punting it from his own end zone almost is Spencer Parsons, and he gets away a good one. And right there on special teams is Julius Lamb, number 25. That was Quentin Durant, the running back, with a return of almost nothing. So Cadets having a strong day. The passing game has stalled out so far, but when they get Cadet going, they get a drive going. So back to pass is Harding. He's got time. And right there on the spot is number 29, Virgil Hyde, making a great play. They're going to rely on the veteran while Myrick's out, or Wyrick is out. There's a short pass underneath. That is to the tight end, and he gets by. It looks like Virgil Hyde was trying to make a play on it, and the tight end was able to body him up and shield it away and get downfield for a first down. It's an unsung hero of this offense. You sleep on him because you don't expect the man that big who does not run all that well. He just has a knack of getting open in the field. And Hyde's just out of position. That's a play a veteran like him should be making. First and 10. Handoff up the middle, runs it off left side, and that is LaMarcus Bleeds to make the tackle for a gain of 2. Inside Sentinels territory again with only 2 seconds to go, and the first quarter ends with the Snowhawks up 3-0 with the drive going in Sentinels territory, and the Sentinels offense just not clicking. The ground game's not going. The passing game's been out of whack. Shotgun formation. Handoff up middle, and that's big Sheldon Bates crashing through the middle and making a tackle for a loss. That is something we have not seen yet. This defensive line holding strong at point of attack. There's a pass, just short of the sticks, and well defended. That's number 47, Stringer, the backup safety, strong safety, able to make the stop initially, and then get some help over the top from, I'm going to say, who's that? Number 4, is that Bleeds? Couldn't see the number. We should be able to see it on this replay. That's Stringer with the initial stop, and then is that Zaire Witherspoon cleans it up. So another drive stalls for the Snowhawks. That's Nova to punt it away to Kerr, and he's going to let this one go, and it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at their own 20, and the Sentinels need to get something going here. They've been looking ugly on offense, and Hennessy cannot be pleased. You had an extra week off and gave him extra rest, and to come out like this, that's not making your coach feel like that was a wise choice. Vernon shotgun with Triplett back with him on his right. He hands off to Triplett on the delayed handoff, gets it off left side, but for minimal gain. There to make the tackle. Trying to see the number. Couldn't see it. Another handoff left side. He spins away, got some blocking, and stopped. They're not letting me see the numbers on these players. Spencer. Curry Spencer, the free safety, 27 on that tackle. Back to pass, downfield middle. That's hauled in by Mark Spellman, the tight end. And see that connection there? I mean, that was right on the money, right in stride, and Spellman, all he had to do was stick his hands up. Right there. Parting the tide of 3 defenders. Now, Burton can make passes like that, like he's falling out of bed. Just makes it look so easy, and then he has those other passes like the one that got intercepted where you scratch your head. He fakes and sacked by number 54. Wasn't fooled on the fake. Trying to get that number. That's Eric Valentine, the left outside linebacker. Strong, young, powerful rusher. He's only 24 years old. 6'3", 261. And the Sentinels' offensive line has only let up 2 sacks all season, but that's a critical third one there. They go I formation. Handoff up the middle. Triplett with blocking downfield. Can't get by the wave of defenders. Just couldn't find it. That was actually Niles McKell on the 4-yard carry. 3rd and 10. Empty backfield. Just into Snowhawks territory. Has plenty of time deep downfield over the middle. That's Spellman, and he drops it after a big pop. He had it. And the jarring hit, I believe it was number 24, DeMarco Kinney. See if I got that number right. I can't see. It just happens. Here we go. And it was McKinney. DeMarco Kinney, the cornerback, 6 foot, 191. He's got 94 speed. He's 29 years old, and on the season, Kinney has forced 2 fumbles. So a hard-hitting corner, and the return man on the punt is Quentin Durant, and he spun by one defender, but the second man was in, so they start out their own 14. So another big play opportunity falls by the wayside for the Sentinels. And they got to rely on their defense. Maybe they got to get a turnover here. Back to pass, has time, deep over the middle, incomplete. So Shaq Hennessy's made some changes to the defensive alignment. Not happy with the pass rush that they've been seeing so far, or the non-existent one. Just not getting home to the quarterback. It's a keeper. Harding goes nowhere. Hit in the backfield. Looks like Tanner Malone was on that tackle. Tanner Malone, a free agent at the end of the season. He's one of the stories that kept up over the bye week. He wants a new contract. He says, I want to stay in Orlando. I want to play here. Give me the money. And the Sentinels are like, I'm not so sure. Of course, he had that breakout season last year with 13 sacks, but he's sitting at 1 on the year so far. He's got time to pass. Checks it down over the middle. The cadet out of the backfield. It's a combination of Bates and Blanton on the tackle to stop the drive right then and there. And it has been a battle with the punting units. So some questions coming in is how would this Portland run offense fare against the Sentinels' porous rush defense? Have we seen the Sentinels give up some runs of fairly significant yards so far? Kerr back to field this one. He's got some blocking downfield and gets tackled by the first man in, but not before he gains about 9 yards on the punt. Would they get some turnovers? Well, we've already seen an early interception. How will the backup offensive linemen fare? Well, they seem to be doing pretty well because they're able to run at will and pass at will at times, and Harding has not touched the turf yet. Burton back to pass on first down, has time, and hits his man. That's Perry Wood for a gain of 9. 2nd and 1. Back to pass again. And that looks like Chris Bradley with a diving catch for the first down. Nice catch by the rookie. 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, get it out to Spellman in the flat, and gets nowhere. Those short little plays are not faking out this talented defense. That's a loss of a yard on that pass. Would the rushing defense of the Snowhawks, which is one of the best in the league, shut down Triplett? And so far they have. Would the speedy secondary of the Snowhawks cause this Sentinels offense problems? I'd say that's a yes so far. They have yet to figure it out. 2nd and 11. Hand off to Triplett up the middle. Has some room off right side. Still on his feet. Give him a gain of 6. Maybe a gain of 7. 3rd and 4. Can they keep this drive going? Back to pass. Hits his man. That's almost picked off again. Batted away by number 33. That's Sheldon Broyles, the number 2 corner, who's 82 overall. He's 23 years old. Outstanding man cover. He's 5'11", 211. And he jumps the route in front of Donnell White. And almost came away with it. That could have been a pick 6. Here comes Wes McGuire. What looks to be a 51-yard field goal. And the snap's bobbled. The kick gets up. And just off the crossbar. You have to wonder if that bobbled snap disrupted the timing. So once again, the struggles continue for Wes McGuire from beyond the 50-yard line. So that's going to give the Snowhawks excellent starting field position. And Shaq Hennessy is disgusted. This is not how his team should have come out and responded this week. You got a 4-0 team. you're 3-0 at home, and you're coming out playing like this. I would not want to be in the Sentinels locker room at halftime. Here comes Harding. Shotgun. Hand off to Cadet. Off right side's got room. Breaks a tackle. And luckily, Denario Blanton was there to stop him. He was last man in line. Gain of 9 on first carry. First down. Back to pass. Floats one out. That's nearly picked off. It hit the defender. I think that was Zaire Witherspoon who's filling in for the injured Wyrick. 3rd and 1 now. They hand off up the middle, and he's got it, and some more. Sheldon Bates was able to stop him for a gain of maybe 1 or 2, but it was enough for the first. So Cadet getting it done on the ground. And they're still searching for answers. Run game, passing game. What do they have to do? And they're missing 2 of their starters that really shook up this offensive line, because the starting right tackle is now the starting left tackle. The starting right guard is now the starting left guard. So you got the backup right guard and the backup right tackle playing, and they're holding up well. There's a pass in the flat. He spins away after the tackle, and that's Cadet out of the backfield for a gain of 2. So you'd think this is a game that the Sentinels defense would be feasting on, and so far not the case. And there's a nice pass. Out in the flat, it's number 80. Rodney Montgomery with a great out route to pick up the first down. There's a handoff. He goes up middle. It's Denario Blanton on the stop for a short gain of 2 yards. Offset formation. The handoff again, off right side. Spin move up the middle. Gain of about 2 or 3. Number 91 is in on that tackle. That was Kent Kendall, the backup D tackle. The rookie getting some playing time. Back to pass again. Here comes the rush. He gets it away over the middle, wide open. That is Mike Conrad, the tight end, getting open downfield. How do you let him get open downfield? This is the slowest man on the planet. How does he get that open? Aaron Kershaw there to make the hit, to bring him down, but not after a big first down. And it's not like he's a little... He's a mountain moving down the field. You can't miss him. So inside the red zone, it's a 2-minute warning. The Snowhawks are threatening to score again. And it's looking like if they put a touchdown on the board, that's ball game. Because this Sentinels offense is doing nothing. Back to pass again. Plenty of time. The rush can't get there. Checks it down over the middle to Cadet. It's a nice pickup of 4 on first down, and they keep the drive going. You see Harding is 12 of 17. Just picking apart this defense. Tackle made by Blanton in coverage. Somebody somewhere needs to step up big for this Sentinels defense, and they need to do it soon. One of the leaders has to step up. Back to pass. Plenty of time. Look at this pass rusher. Finally, it's Sheldon Bates, the huge defensive tackle, 6'3", 353, gets to the quarterback after manhandling the center. And it's a coverage sack. He had all kinds of time. So this pressure coming from a man that was initially sat down on 3rd downs, but you know, Jack Hennessy thought better of it. He's like, you know what? Sheldon Bates got to the quarterback often last season. Another pass, plenty of time. Here comes the outside rush. It's the rookie, Houston Madsen, with another sack. Back-to-back sacks for the Sentinels defense just when they needed it. First sack of the career for Houston Madsen. And here comes Kruger to make a, looks like, 45-yard field goal. The kick is up. He's got it. It's good. There was some questions about the 36-year-old veteran's leg. Had an awful season this last year, but is off to a blistering start. Has missed only 1 field goal all year. And that is down in the end zone by Kerr. And the Snowhawks have a 6-0 lead, but it could have been worse. The defense stepped up when it really mattered. And now Kiefer Byrne has to take this offense downfield and get some points on the board before half. He needs to show that he is the captain of this offense, and you can put the ball in his hands. They're going to be in hurry-up mode here, I would assume. First down, he's passing over the middle. It's caught. Nearly a first down marker, and I believe that was Perry Wood, number 86, on the reception. Passing again over the middle. Perry Wood once more fights his way through a contact, but a minimal gain, and they're going to take a timeout. It's first down now. Back to pass again, and out of the slot, it looks like Donnell White. No, that's Triplett out of the backfield for a first down. So in Snowhawks territory, he still staggers around. Leaping catch by Spellman, turns upfield and breaks a tackle. What a leaping catch in traffic. Mark Spellman is a weapon. You can put him anywhere, and he is a matchup nightmare. Here comes Wes McGuire. This one about a 43-yard field goal, I'm going to say. And it's up and good. So the Sentinels finally cut the lead in half. They're on the board. Moral victory, if not victory in the game itself. But there is going to be some talking to at halftime in the locker room, for sure. You see Spellman on the day has 4 catches and 43 yards. It's return man, Pat Blake. He gets a crease upfield. The touchdown, perhaps saving tackle by number 56. That's Sean Stewart, corrected. And with the waning seconds go, they're going to heave this one deep downfield on the Hail Mary. It's up and batted away by the defense, and that's going to end the first half. It's an ugly one here in Orlando for both teams. But the Snowhawks so far getting the better of it. The numbers for the half are going to look pretty ugly. We're going to take a look around the field, around the league. And these are the upcoming games later tonight. Oh, no, those games are... One game's already over. This has been a Monday game. New York Giants beat the San Francisco 49ers 34-16. Oh, wait a minute. There's lots of finals here. They're all finals. I'm confused. Don't listen to me. We're playing the Monday night game. So we got prime time. And the kickoff. Wes McGuire to Pat Blake. He fields it at about the 1 or 2 upfield. And special teams unit stops him at the 25. So Pat Blake almost broke one right before the half. You see the numbers for Cadet on the season. He's having a fairly good game today. But this is a bend and don't break defense for the Sentinels so far. They're looking ugly, but they're not letting up a ton of points. And that's keeping this Sentinels team in the game. There's a delayed handoff, and that took a long time to develop. And coming up from the strong safety position is Nate Youngblood to make the tackle for only a yard gain. Back to pass, has time over the middle, and it's almost batted away, but a nice catch by Mike Conrad, right in front of Denario Blanton. Man in motion at the top of the screen. Back to pass again. Checks it underneath the Cadet, and he's got just enough for a first down. Blanton was right there, but unable to tackle before he got past the line of gain. So they're hitting their man out of the backfield quite often, just like we've seen the Sentinels team do. High percentage throw. Great result. Keeps the drive going. Single back set now. First and go from the 37, back over the middle. It's batted away at the line of scrimmage. I think that was big Sheldon Bates getting a big bear paw up there to knock that ball down. 2nd and 10. Looks like the tight end in motion, Conrad. Don't lose sight of him. Up the middle. And that's Sheldon Bates dragging him down from behind for a minimal gain of 2 yards. Sheldon Bates has woken up on defense. That's exactly what they needed to see. 3rd and 8. Shotgun. He's back to pass. Here comes the blitz. That's Nate Youngblood on a safety blitz out of nowhere. Shot out of a cannon. And Harding goes down hard. That'll end this drive. Dialed up the blitz exactly at the right time. Never saw it coming. And shoves Harding down to the turf. That looks like he landed awkwardly on his shoulder. So the defensive coordinator calling a great safety blitz. It's Stormy Weathers, as they call him. Ed Stormy Weathers. And Kerr back to punt. He's got to block downfield and can't get away from the defender. It's number 27, Chance Howell, one of the backup corners. Young rookie playing on special teams, 21 years old. Here comes Triplett, who's had a great season so far, but this game has been a bear for him. Not really getting much going. This offensive line needs to help out. Single back in shotgun. The handoff to Triplett up the middle. He breaks the tackle, goes downfield, still on his feet. First down and more. There we go. There's Dalton Triplett. Gain of 12 on that one. That's going to help the average. Bowls over a couple of defenders, runs out of an arm tackle, and finally dragged down by a safety, I think. Trying to get the number there. And they cut it off right before I can see it. But a big gain, that's got to be invigorating for this offense. The way Dalton Triplett goes, so does this deep offense most of the time. Up the middle, spits away, still on his feet. Pushing his way forward is Dalton Triplett. Another powerful run to pick up 6 yards. And in case you didn't know, we have a couple of dev trait ability updates. And spinning way out of tackles, but brought down after a short gain. Dalton Triplett, empty backfield on 3rd down. That's right, we have some dev trait upgrades. And Dalton Triplett is one of them. Back to pass with empty backfield over the middle. That is Mark Spellman, the big tight end, wide receiver hybrid. His 5th catch and a big one for a first down. Tackle made by Broyles, the cornerback, Sheldon Broyles. We have yet to see the deep ball really be a factor. It was one big hitter to Spellman downfield. Hand off to Triplett up the middle. He's got some blocking and falls forward for a gain of about 6 on first down. 2nd and 4. The Sentinels offense clicking finally. Back to pass. Has time. To the sideline, it's Mark Spellman again with the first down catch. 6 catches, 65 yards. On first down, they're passing. Over the middle, out of the backfield, it's Triplett streaking downfield for a gain of 14 yards. Inside the red zone, I believe for the first time today, Triplett getting some yards out of the backfield. There's Kerr going in motion at the top of the screen. And over the middle, a leaping attempt by Perry Wood, and that was well defended. Give credit to the defense. Perry Wood couldn't hold on through the contact. 2nd and 10. Back to pass again. Has time. Scans the field into the end zone and knocked out of the hands. That could have been a touchdown to Chris Bradley. His first of the season and his career, and he couldn't hold on. Nice play by the defense again. Back to pass. Over the middle, that's a short yardage pickup. I think that was, who was that? 82, that's Parrish McCarthy. But that's going to stop this drive short. And the Sentinels are going to have to settle for a game-tying field goal. I want them to score a touchdown. They couldn't quite get it done. Give credit to the Snowhawks defense. There's 2 great defenses battling it out today. There's a snap. This one's a lot better than the last one was, and he has no problem plowing that one through. It's a new ball game here with just over 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. So we have 2 dev trait possibility upgrades. I'm trying to find my notes. I believe one was Houston Madsen. He needs to get 2 tackles for a loss, 2 interceptions, 2 sacks. And there's a great return by Pat Blake, who's finally brought down at the 35. Looked like he was going to break one deep again. Pat Blake finding some creases in this special teams unit. They better clean that up because he's looked like he's about ready to hit a home run on one of these any time now.
Here we go. 30 base.
There's Harding back in shotgun. The handoff to Cadet off right side's got some room. And stepping to the play, I believe that's Aaron. Nope, that's Virgil Hyde. We're tackle of 4. You see Hyde there. He's playing slot right now. With the injury to Marquis Wyrick, we're going to have to hear more about that. There's a little jet sweep. He's got plenty of room. There's nobody downfield. He's breaking away. There comes the safety streaking across the field. The Zaire Witherspoon, who makes a touchdown saving tackle. That's Keenan Ewing on the jet sweep, and there was nobody home for this defense. Give credit to Witherspoon turning on the Jets and taking a great angle to stop that being a touchdown. But a huge play from this offense. And after tying up the score, that's not what you want to see. Back to pass again, has time. Over the corner, and that's batted away. Virgil Hyde, the veteran, knocking that pass away. Third and 9 to go. Here comes the pass, rush, and he checks it down, and that's Virgil Hyde again, making that play on Cadet, the running back out of the backfield, and they thwart another potential touchdown situation. But this is well in the range of their kicker, Kruger, who's been amazing so far this season, and you have to think this is going to be a 9-6 lead very shortly. So the veterans still got some gas in the tank. No, they're going to go for it. Oh, I'm sorry. It's only 3rd down. I thought this was 4th down. I'm sorry. There's the pass, and that's going to be stopped short by Aaron Kershaw. The pass to number 11, Ashley Morrell, their amazing receiver. He's got great speed, great hands, and you can see why they go to him here in this situation. But Aaron Kershaw right there to say no way, and Blades was there too. So great support, great teamwork on defense. And here comes the 4th down play. I was at ESP. I knew this was going to be the case. The kick is up. It's good. It's a 9-6 lead for the Snowhawks. So now the ball is in the Sentinels' court. And not being able to get that touchdown really stings now. But the offense did find a rhythm. Let's see if they can continue it on this drive, because they're going to need it. The kick goes zooming to the back of the end zone. And Kerr fields it and downs it for a touchback. They'll start their own 25 with just under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Dalton Triplett has been showing some flashes again. He needs 150 combined yards with rushing and passing to get his dev trait upgrade. And I'm not sure what his numbers are looking like, but he's getting pretty close. He's had a couple of catches out of the backfield, a couple of big runs. And there's a handoff up the middle. He's got some blocking, and they give him about 7 on that carry. So he's 12 for 55. That's not great. But he gained 7 there, and he's been looking better since the half started. Back to pass is Byrne. He's got his man. That's a 1st down. Hauled in by, I'm going to say, Perry Wood. I think it was. It sure was. So Perry Wood turning in another solid performance. There's a handoff. Triplett back in the backfield. Tackled for a loss. Number 77 is a huge man. That's William Castro, the defensive tackle who is all over the field for this team. Just an amazing player. On the season, he's got 25 tackles, 6 tackles for a loss, given 7 now, and 2 sacks. So this defensive tackle really getting it going. He comes up with a big play for this defense once more. It's 2nd and 11. They go I formation. And there's a play-action fake. He's got time deep over the middle and hauled in. Perry Wood with the first down. Big plays by the big players on this team. The twin towers of Wood and Spellman. Back to pass again. Here comes the rush. He steps up to avoid it, but he doesn't have enough time. Sacked by Church. That's Kalen Church, the left end. 6'3", 313. 25-year-old young veteran. And give credit to the defensive secondary. Burns looking to go deep. He's got nothing. He stepped up to avoid the rush initially. Give him credit for that, but you don't have all day, and we've known that for sure because we've seen Burn hold on to the ball too long. But again, get rid of it. Do something. Don't take a sack. 2nd and 16. Hand off to Triplett off left side. He's got some black downfield. Gets the corner. Turns it upfield. Spins just short of the first down. Great run. 3rd and 2 now. Dalton Triplett turned on the Jets. Hand off up the middle. That's McKellen. He goes nowhere. He's stopped short of the first down. Now's McKell getting turned to give some opportunities, and he's just not getting done. We might see Lee Kemp before too long. This is a critical situation where they needed this first down, and he could not get it for him. There's Spencer Parsons to punt it away. He pooches it up in the air, and it's going to just get into the end zone. Looks like there's some kind of wind going today on Orlando, playing havoc with punts and kicks. Here comes Harding with a 3-point lead early in the 4th quarter. You know they're going to want to extend it. Lots of motion on the field for the Snowhawks. They hand it off left side. That's Denario Blanton crashing down to make the tackle for no gain. Nice play by the left outside linebacker, who's known more for his pass coverage. 2nd and 10, back to pass. Here comes a rush, and he checks it out. It looks like number 80, Montgomery, on the reception for 6 yards. 3rd and 4. This defense needs to get a stop. Can they do it? Back to pass. He's got time. Just short of the first down is Conrad, but turns upfield and gets another yard or 2. The big tight end playing a big role today. 5 catches, 61 yards. You cannot sleep on the big tight end. He's making them pay today. You got to wonder how the loss of Wyrick has affected this defense. They brought in Virgil Hyde, the veteran, just for this situation to shore up this secondary. But you lose a talent like Wyrick, and that's going to affect you in some way. So 1st and 10 now. The handoff delayed, and he's got room, dragged down from behind. It looks like LaMarcus Blades and Vernon Hunt for a gain of 5 for the offense, and Cadet. It's 18 going in motion. They fake the jet sweep and the handoff. He's still got time. Checks it down to the running back, or no, the wide receiver out of the backfield. Number 18, Keenan Ewing, the slot man. 3rd and 2. Ewing having a pretty big game. 5 catches, 77 yards. Pass over the middle. It's bar in. That's Montgomery. Catching the ball in front of Zaire Witherspoon. And a lot of those yards came on that one jet sweep play. So 1st down. Witherspoon just unable to make the play. He was on it, but couldn't jar the ball loose. Give credit to Montgomery for making a great play on a great route. We figured this was going to be a real big test for both of these teams. And no team has really made a big touchdown play. There has been some splash plays here and there, but this has been a defensive slugfest. And through the pass rush, able to get rid of it. That's number 18, Ewing, for a 7-yard reception. I'm sorry, that was Grigsby. Karma Grigsby over the middle and batted away from the defense. He was going to Keenan Ewing on that one. 3rd and 3. Just inside Sentinels territory at the 47. Back to pass. Has time, gets it away, and picked off! And that's a pick 6. Zaire Witherspoon filling in for the injured player and comes up with an amazing interception for a touchdown. Just what the doctor ordered, exactly when he needed. He jumped the route. That out route just wasn't there. And what a clutch play by Zaire Witherspoon. They were going for Karma Grigsby. Witherspoon again read it perfectly, jumped the route, baited the quarterback. What a huge play. Here comes Wes McGuire for the PAT. The kick is up. It's good. And they take a 13-9 lead with just over 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. There's a shot in the arm. That's got to pump everybody up. Witherspoon getting the attaboys from the rookie. And Denario Blanton, the rookie Houston Meds, and Bates congratulating him. Sheldon Bates. So now this defense stepped up in a huge way. They got to do it again. This game isn't over yet. You can't celebrate early.
Let's go, let's go.
And that was Pat Blake. Kneels it for a touchback. They'll start at their own 25. And what a game this has been. Both teams slugging it out. Harding in shotgun. Back to pass. Lets it go, and that came out of his hand awkwardly. It falls incomplete. You see the numbers. 22 of 33 with an interception. His first of the season, and it was a pick 6. Shotgun formation again. Back to pass. Checks it down to the running back. That's number 26, Carlton Sheldon. And he gets nearly nothing. Maybe a loss of yardage. Give the credit to Vernon Hunt on the tackle. And we haven't called his name in a while. They're expected big things out of him this season. And it just hasn't come to fruition yet. He is moving inside from defensive end to defensive tackle. The transition apparently not an easy one. 3rd and 12. From the 23. Gets a snap, drops back to pass, checks it down out of the backfield. That's Conrad. Sorry, it looks like out of the backfield, but that's Conrad, the tight end. And there on the stop is Denario Blanton. And if you talk about a mismatch, Blanton is just over 200 pounds, and Conrad is a huge man at 6'5" and nearly 250 pounds. So that's a load coming at you. And give credit for Blanton making a great tackle. Here goes Marcus Nova to punt it away. And gets up and fielded at about the 27. Kerr's got some room. And gets it out to the 44, so great starting field position once more for the Sentinels. You see Triplett's numbers started off kind of rough. Was having a much better second half, but he needs to turn it up if he's going to get this development upgrade. Same thing with Madsen. He's got 1 sack on the game. Shotgun pistol. Back to pass, has time, deep over the middle, and broken up. Boy, that looked like it was close to being intercepted. Byrne, you got to take care of the football in this situation. Come on now. Back to pass again. Has time, steps up to avoid the rush, gets rid of it deep downfield. That's intended for Bradley and out of bounds. 3rd and 10 now. Back to pass once more. Has time, deep down the field, and there's Bradley, finally! First down, Chris Bradley. That's a nice reception. Not sure for how many yards exactly it went. I'd say about maybe 15 or so. And there's Braden Schofield. So it's speed on speed. World-class speed from Schofield and Bradley. Both of them are world-class sprinters. And Bradley got the win on that one. Just a good route by the rookie. Inside Snowhawks territory. He's got time. Dumps it off the middle to, looks like the running back, Triplett. So there's 4 more yards to the ledger. And he's got 28 yards on 3 catches. So add that to his rushing total. I still don't think he's anywhere near 150. He's going to have to break off a big play to get that this game. Just perfect timing. Turned around, the pass was already there waiting for him. What great timing play. So 2nd and 6. At the 36 of the Snowhawks. Drops back pass, comes a rush. Instant blitz. Holy cow. Number 57. Coming out of the cannon, Luke Royal, the right outside linebacker. And he just read the snap perfectly. And before Byrne could even really see what was going on, Royal was in his face. Yeah, the blocking scheme just completely broke down on that. Right side of the offensive line just collapsing. So 3rd and 13. That was a huge sack by Royal. They faked the handoff. Got time deep over the... And that was intended for Bradley. He couldn't hold on. Number 24 there on the coverage. That's DeMarco Kinney. So make a big play on Spellman to knock the ball loose. And Bradley complained he wasn't getting the ball. And coach said, essentially pipe down, rookie. It'll happen when it happens. It's happening so far this game, and he's just not making the most of the opportunities. There's another pooch punt from Parsons that he can't get it to check up. Uncharacteristic of him. There's another touchback. So unable to extend the lead. The Snowhawks are still in this one, but touchdown would give them a lead. So just under 7 minutes to go from their own 20. Harding gets the snap. He's back to pass. Has time. Checks it down to Cadet out of the backfield. Tries to spin away from Blades, but can't. Nice form tackle by LaMarcus Blades to hold that for no gain. Shotgun again. Harding back to pass. Here comes the rush. He gets it away deep and wide open and through the contact. I can't tell if that was Kershaw or Hyde who broke that up. But he looked like he had the defense beat deep. Cadet back to pass, has all kinds of time, checks it down over the middle, and that's Bates. And Kershaw hammers the running back. To stop him for a short gain, short of the first down marker. Do they go for it? It's 4-down territory, I believe. There's just not enough time for them to punt it away and think they're going to get the ball back. I mean, they do have all their timeouts, but the Sentinels can go on a long drive. No, they're going to punt it. They think they have enough time. There's 5.5 minutes to go. They punt it away. Kerr's back to field it. He gets it at about the 27. And the special teams unit right there to make the tackle. That's number 20, Javonte Bishop, backup cornerback. And this offense needs to put more points on the board. You can't feel safe with this lead. A field goal doesn't even make it a safe lead. But it would... There is a play-action fake out to the right side and batted away. Ooh, that would have been a pick six. Holy cow, Byrne is getting real reckless with the football. Single back. Triplett gets the handoff up the middle, breaks a tackle, stiff arm, breaks another tackle, but just can't get enough blocking to get something downfield. He gets 4 yards on that carry. William Castro, the talented defensive tackle on attack. And there's a catch in traffic. Bradley breaks free again, stumbles down to the field. Big play by Chris Bradley. Caught it in traffic, broke a couple of tackles. If he could have kept his balance, he could have been off to the races for a huge play. Small man playing big. Chris Bradley is not the biggest man on the field. He's 5'11", 190. He's playing with the heart of a champion right here. And maybe the way Hennessy treated him is more like, okay, prove it. Show me you deserve it. And he is shining out. There's another handoff. Some room. He spins, gets upfield. That looks like a gain of 4. 16 carries, 76 yards. Just under 3.5 minutes to go. Sentinels in Snowhawks territory. They fake the jet sweep, hand off to Triplett. He's got room upfield, and that's a first down. 84 yards on 17 carries now. And remember, he's got about 30 yards in receiving, too. Tackle made by Sheldon Broyles, the number 2 corner. So the ground game's starting to get it going late in the game. Better late than never, I suppose. Under 3 minutes to go now. Pistol formation. The handoff, it looks like Tyson Curry's got some room, but it closes quickly. Number 54 shut down the edge very fast. That's Eric Valentine. We called his name earlier in the game with a good play. Loss of a yard on that first down carry. And there's the play action fake. Deep over the middle. It's hauled in. I think that was Terrence Durham, the tight end, with a first down catch. And now the Snowhawks are using their timeouts inside the red zone. It was Terrence Durham. First and 10, 13 to go. Hand off to Triplett. Sees the right side collapse, tries to cut it up the middle, but minimal gain, maybe 2 yards. So nice adjustment on the run. There was nothing going on the right side. Managed to get something out of it on the cutback. Another handoff to Triplett up the middle. He tries to steamroll the defender. It doesn't work. Number 29 lowers the boom. That's Kerry Spencer, the free safety. We got a 2-minute warning to stop the clock. 3rd and 6. They can get a first down before the touchdown. 2 minutes to go. They hand it off to Triplett again and stopped instantly. Looks like number 50, the middle linebacker, is Xavier Jackson, the number 2 linebacker on this defense. He's 5'11", 231. Good tackling middle linebacker, and that stops the drive. Here comes Wes McGuire for a chip shot field goal. He had trouble with the snap earlier. This one's clean. It's up. It's good. And they extend the lead to 16-9. But I tell you what, folks, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion wins this football game for the Snowhawks. They'll have the ball with probably about 1:10 to go. No timeouts. They down it. Nope. They're going to get 1:15 because they just downed it in the end zone, so no time taken off the clock. Can they put something together? They're going to be in a hurry-up mode. This defense is going to get tested. Whose O has got to go? Who's it going to be? Snowhawks or Sentinels? They go shotgun. Back to pass is Harding. He's got time. Tries to hit his man in the flat. That's Conrad, and that pass is well defended. And he throws it out of bounds. 2nd and 10, only 3 seconds taken off the clock. Harding has time, checks it down, and overthrows the receiver, the running back out of the backfield, Cadet. 3rd and 10. 1:09 to go. It's crunch time. Back to pass, gets rid of it. Deep downfield, the man streaking downfield, and LaMarcus Blades is there to bat it away. Aaron Kershaw also with help. 4th and 10. If they tried to go deep, his man's got the wheels. Ashley Morrell is no joke. That man has blazing speed. But LaMarcus Blades, one of the reasons why the Sentinels love him so much is because he is essentially another covered corner playing safety. He's got very good speed for a safety. So 4th and 10, last-ditch effort for the Snowhawks. He's got time, goes deep downfield, a leaping attempt, batted it away. Zaire Witherspoon with another huge play to end this game, essentially. The Snowhawks have no timeouts left. There's under 1 minute to go. Turnover on downs. And Rodney Montgomery, number 80, he's got the ball there. He's going up for it, and Zaire pops it out with his other hand. What an amazing play by Zaire Witherspoon. Knock on him was he struggled in coverage. That's why they brought Virgil Hyde in, but boy, did he hold up there. Victory formation for these Sentinels. Burton takes a knee. Clock continues to run. They're going to let it run down. 20 seconds to go. One more knee is going to do it. And that puts one in the books for the Sentinels. They come away with an ugly, ugly win, 16-9 over the Snowhawks. And I don't think any of the questions we had were answered at all. It was not a pretty game. Mistakes aplenty. Big plays aplenty, but no game-breaking ones other than the pick six from Zaire Witherspoon, who only really got forced into playing time because, unfortunately, there's an injury to the very talented rookie, Marquis Wyrick. And we're going to see these stats of the game. Both quarterbacks struggling. Kiefer Byrne, 23 of 34, 67%, 247 yards. No touchdowns in that costly interception as they had just started to get a drive going. You see Joseph Harding for the Snowhawks, 26 of 42, 61%, 204 yards. His interception a bit more costly because it was the go-ahead pick six. In the ground game, Dalton Triplett had a decent game. 20 carries, 89 yards, 4.4 yards a carry. Got off to a slow start, but then found something in the second half and kept it going. So he gets some big credit for helping this team get back on track. Rashad Cadet, 16 carries, 59 yards. Not a great game for him. Sheldon, the backup, 3 carries for -1 yards. You saw Niles McKell get a couple of carries, and he's just not getting it done in those short yardage situations. There's probably going to be a change made, and you have to assume that Lee Kemp, the veteran brought in for just that reason, is going to have to move up the depth chart. Kiefer Byrne, those were the 2 kneel downs. Tyson Kerr had a run for a -1 yard, and Harding got stopped on a quarterback keeper. On the receiving end, you see Rashad Cadet, their running back, 9 catches for 29 yards. Perry Wood, a big game, 6 catches for 71 yards. Spellman with 6 catches, 65 yards. Mike Conrad for the Snowhawks, the big blocking tight end, 6 for 65 yards. He was a problem. Chris Bradley, 5 catches for 62 yards. Almost had another touchdown. One was negated by a penalty earlier in the season. This one just out of his hands. Keenan Ewing, the slot man, got a huge play on a jet sweep. 5 for 77. Rodney Montgomery, 3 for 22. Dalton Triplett, 3 for 28. So with 90 yards and 30 yards, given the generous estimate, that would be 120 yards, which is 30 short of his development trait goal. Terrence Durham had 2 catches for 17. Grigsby, 1 for 7. McCarthy, 1 for 4. Morrell shut down today, 1 for 6. He is, ladies and gentlemen, he's got 96 speed, 94 acceleration, 93 agility, 93 hands, has all the route running you would want, and they shut him down. Carlton Sheldon, 1 for -2. In the blocking game, Radovich led up a sack, and so did Matthew Hardy. And for the Snowhawks, they held up pretty well until crunch time. Justin Markham and Josh McNally both let up sacks. For the defense, let's split this down by team. Let's go with the Snowhawks first. Leading the way in tackles, we have 2. Braden Schofield, the excellent corner, and Kari Spencer, the free safety, both with 10 tackles. No losses. No tackles for losses. 2 passes defended for Braden Schofield, who had 7 coming into the game, so he's got 9 on the season. What an amazing player. We saw him coming up big. Spencer with some big tackles. You see Deshaun Wagner, the middle linebacker, 8 tackles, 1 for a loss. Xavier Jackson, the other middle linebacker, 6 tackles. You see Sheldon Broyles, the corner, had 6 tackles, 1 for a loss. And did he defend any passes? 1. The big playmaker, Anthony Caldwell, gets another interception. I'm going to check my numbers because I don't think that is his first one at all. He's got 3 interceptions on the season now. So that gives you an idea of the playmaking ability that he has. Very athletic, strong safety. Jonathan Klein, the defensive tackle, 5 tackles. 3 for Kinney. 3 for Lamar Bowen, 1 for a loss. William Castro, the very active defensive tackle, another tackle for the loss on the season. Chance Howell, Javonte Bishop. Eric Valentine made some big plays for the defense. Titus Franklin, Luke Royal, Clay Costin, Kalen Church, who had that one big play as well, a sack. Jeremiah Perriman was pretty quiet. That's unusual for him. He's a nice, strong veteran player. And Darren Cockrell with a tackle. In the kicking game, Madison Kruger was perfect. 3 for 3 with a 45-yard long. Didn't get to make any extra points because they didn't score any touchdowns. In the punting game, Marcus Nava was busy. 6 for 66. 1 inside the 20. 1 touchback. In the kick return game, Pat Blake had some big ones. 3 for 97, 32-yard average. It looked like he was about ready to take one to the house, but it didn't happen. In the punting game, Quentin Durant went pretty quietly, 2 for 5. Let's take a look at the Sentinels on defense. And leading the way in tackles today was Denario Blanton with 11. And no pass defended, so that's odd for him. Lamarcus Blades had 8 tackles and no passes defended. London Bates, the middle linebacker, 6 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, making plays in the backfield. Aaron Kershaw had 6 tackles. Nate Youngblood, strong safety, came on a blitz and got a sack. 6 tackles, 1 sack, 1 pass defended. Zaire Witherspoon coming in reserve, making 5 tackles, an interception for a pick 6, and 2 passes batted away. What a big game for him. Sheldon Bates showed up today. 5 tackles, 1 sack. Virgil Hyde, the veteran corner, pressed into more starting duty due to the injury. 4 tackles, 1 for a loss, and 3 passes batted away. Vernon Hunt, 2 tackles, 1 for a loss, and half a sack. Don't know who got the other half a sack. Tanner Malone, another quiet week. 2 tackles, 1 for a loss. Trying to see, that was, there you go. Houston Madsen got a half a sack, so it's not his first sack of the season, but he also had a dev trait where he had to get 2 tackles for a loss, 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions. That didn't happen. The only way he's going to get it is if he meets the yardage requirement, and I think they got too many yards for that. See, Kurt Kendall got a tackle on a play. Diamond McCoy on special teams. Stringer made a play. Julius Lamb. And Beatles got that tackle on the interception, and Bernard Jordan had a tackle. In the kicking game, we saw Wes McGuire doink one off the uprights. That was, it was a bad snap as well. So 3 of 4, made a 47-yard long one. The punting game, Spencer Parsons had an unusual game where he wasn't getting the ball to check up for him. 5 punts for 228, 1 inside the 20, and 3 found their way into the end zone. In the kick return, Tyson Kerr, not a bad day. 2 for 55, and in the punt return game, he will not fair catch, but had a nice day of 5 for 43. So, it was a win. The Sentinels stay undefeated, but they have won this one really ugly. I don't think Jack Hennessy is going to be very happy at all with this one. There were a lot of mistakes, a lot of ugly plays. They didn't look crisp, and a lot of opportunities on the field fell through. So Hennessy stays undefeated, throws 0-1 interception. There was 1, unfortunately. No 3 passing touchdowns. That would have been nice. And the first season goal is to win 8 regular season games. They have 4. They are now over 1,000 yards passing on the season. Jack Hennessy could get an upgrade. Let's see what we're looking at. I'm going to go with player progression. And we're not real close on much. You do linebacker. I'm just going to save it until I get some more. We got some player upgrades after the game. Spencer Parsons, Steve Cleveland, John Hicks, Tyrone Holloman, Marcus Cleveland, Aaron Posey. A lot of backups with dev upgrades. I'll do that offline. And we got some important announcements. Taylor Bennett, important win. Still undefeated. Congratulations. There's still a lot of season left, but you guys have clearly established yourselves as one of the teams to beat in the league this season. I can't wait to see how far you can extend this streak. Well, it's looking shaky for sure. Your legacy grows. You've gained 100 legacy. Woohoo! And here's the news from the frustrated receiver. He wants to talk to me. We told him we weren't going to promise him anything. Excuse me. You know, I was hoping to have a bigger game, but hey, we won, and at least you got the quarterback throwing in my direction again, right? Well, he did. He was targeted often, and he dropped some passes. Seriously, man, thanks for giving me a shot this week. I appreciate it. Well, we did give him a shot. We went to him deep a couple times, and he was just unable to make some catches, but he had a really good game, I think, all in all. So he gets a 500-point experience boost for having a decent game. His morale goes up. Okay, good. That worked out well. And the dev traits, I don't think we earned either of them. I called it, didn't I? Houston Madsen played a heck of a game this week, and I think he's a lot better than we initially thought. So he must have accomplished the defensive thing where we weren't allowed... We could only let up a certain amount of yardage. I had it written down, but I can't find it in my notes. I'm going to try to find it, because I wonder what the stipulation was. I know I wrote it down. For the life of me, I can't find it. I'm sorry, guys. I should be more prepared than this. But I know I wrote it down. I just can't find the sheet that I used for it. Come on, now. Come on, Ben. What are you doing? You're supposed to be a professional at this. Aha. Here we go. So, Houston Madsen had to give up 75 yards. 1 touchdown rushing. Okay, so must have been less than 75 yards and less than 1 touchdown rushing, which they didn't get. Or 2 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, 2 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. Well, we know that last part didn't happen. So it must have been the less than 75 yards rushing and less than 1 touchdown that did it for him, because I didn't think there was a way he was going to get that. So he gets a dev upgrade, and he is now a superstar. Wow, that is huge. And 2,000 experience. Wow, that was lucky. I didn't think he was going to get that. I'm pretty darn sure Dalton Triplett didn't get his. He didn't score any touchdowns, and he didn't get the yardage. He fell just short. What were your thoughts on Dalton Triplett's performance? I thought he played well, but I was hoping to see, I don't know, more. Well, it wasn't him. His offensive line wasn't doing him any favors today. That's a shame, because he's been great this season. And the shutdown corner... Great game this week, Coach. It's always a little terrifying playing a guy like Schofield. He showed it. He's a great player. But I got to say, I'm pretty happy with our results. Yeah, we pretty much shut him down. So 500 experience for all the receivers. So lots of experience boosts. We got an injury report. Uh-oh. What is the news on Marquis Wyrick? Oh, no. 5 weeks. Wow. Dislocated elbow. That's a shame, because he was just starting to turn on and break up passes, and any moment I thought his interception was coming. And now we're going to have to wait 5 weeks, and we don't have the bye anymore. So he's going to miss 5 games. That is such a shame. Well, that's going to reduce to 4 once I advance, but even so, because I'll count this as one of his weeks. My goodness. Well, we already know that's Tanner Malone wants to negotiate. We're not doing that. Hennessy said we're waiting until the end of the season. We need to see if you can back up your performance from last season with this one. And it didn't happen. I want to see if there's any draft news for you guys. Finally, draft stories, 2 of them. So Todd McShay, I'm sure there are plenty of NFL quarterbacks lobbying for the GMs to take carry in the draft. Incredible game for him. Bruce Barner gets the news. No running back wants to hear. Stay strong, work hard, and you'll be back soon, young man. So there's an injury report, which might mean he's injury prone. And this small thing right here, these are the small updates, which means there might be some draft stock changing. So Carey might be moving up in the draft. Barner might be going down. It's those big headline ones that you're looking for that might say, hey, he's going to have some kind of hidden dev trait. There's a good chance of it, or at least an increased chance. It's not a 100% chance. So let's go to the scouting, and let's see who they're talking about. They talked about quarterback, Carey. Do we see a Carey in here? Or did I read that wrong? I don't see anybody by that name. Let me check again. Maybe I read the position wrong. Whoops. Oh, NFL quarterbacks are lobbying. That's an offensive lineman then, if they're lobbying, or maybe a receiver? We got to find out. Whoops. I am good at this game. No, I'm not. I can't even navigate the menu because it's so clunky. So let's see who this guy Carey is. You'd have to think he's fairly high draft pick. There he is, John Carey, the wide receiver. So apparently he's pretty darn good. And then there was a running back that got hurt. Was it Barker? I know it was a B. I'm so terrible at short-term memory on things like this and names. Bruce Barner gets the news no running back wants to hear. So Barner. Okay, remember Barner. Help me remember. Barner. There's Barker. I don't see a Barner. Maybe they took him off the list completely, or maybe... Is he a fullback? Well, he's not a fullback. So he's not even on the draft charts anymore. So this guy that isn't even here is injured. Maybe when he gets off the injury, he can be drafted? Not sure. All right, so that's going to do it for this episode. And this week, what do you think now? We're 4-0. Hey, that's a 4-0 start. You can't really snuff your nose at that. But, boy, this game was ugly. It was probably one of the ugliest of the season so far, but the Snowhawks are not a slouch of a team. They came in 4-0, remember? So it's not like they were a walkover, and even with two of their offensive linemen, there's very talented offensive linemen starters out of the game. They patched it up, and I say they just, they acquitted themselves nicely. They held up. They gave their running back some chances. They kept Harding upright for the most part. They did allow a couple of sacks. But, yeah, it was not an easy test at all. But you see the standings. 4-0 for the Sentinels, 2-2 Explorers, 1-4 Huskies, 0-4 Bulls. 0-4. So we have the division lead. It was the Explorers last year that were running away with it. We were on their tail. We had a chance to catch them in a head-to-head game, and we didn't win. And the Explorers went on to go to the Super Bowl. They lost, but they did get there. So that's going to do it for this game. We're not going to do a pregame prep like I had been. Those videos don't seem to be very popular with people. I kind of like doing them because I think it gives you the immersion, but it gives me more to talk about in the game. I can say who the big players are, what the teams are doing on offense, defense, that kind of thing, and just merge it into the commentary as these players make plays. I think that kind of flows pretty nicely. This is my first game trying it, so it might have been a little rusty on it. But let me know what you guys think. I want to say thank you for all my followers on Twitch and YouTube. You guys are really making me feel good. I see even one new sub or one new follower, and I'm like, yeah, that's awesome, great. And then I'm still getting comments, and that really, really forces it home that, hey, people are really appreciating this. And believe me, I'm not just saying this. I did this for my own fun, just just something I didn't care if I got any viewers, but now that I am, and I see those comments, other people saying, yeah, this is great, I love this, and that means a lot to me, because it's not really validation of anything, but I'm just happy to know that I'm doing something that makes other people happy, that they enjoy it too, they're coming along for the ride, they're buying into this, and that's just awesome. I really do like it, and I'm just hoping you guys are having a great weekend, that you're all healthy. I know one guy out there sick. I'm pulling for you. Hope you feel better. We'll see you next time here on Ben's Corner. It looks like we got the Crusaders. Let's take a look. Oops, I don't want to do that. Let's go to the schedule. Who do we face next? I think that's the Crusaders. That's not what I wanted. Boy, I'm terrible at this menu. You'd think I played so much, I'd be good. Yep, it's the Crusaders, San Diego, and we're going to San Diego to do it. Boy, after a shaky road win, we got to go cross-country to San Diego, and then we're coming back to the East Coast to take on Philadelphia, and then we go back to the West Coast to take on the Miners. Who made this schedule? Madden, you dirty rats. Hey, you dirty rat. Well, 4-0. Can't say I saw that coming. We had some big tests. The Snowhawks were probably the biggest test of the season so far. But my goodness, something's got to turn the corner, because this team is not winning convincingly for the most part. Anyway, that's going to do it. I know I said that before. You all take care. We'll see you next time on Ben's Corner. Be well, everybody, and have a good one.